Hey everybody, welcome to Round the Twist episode I don't even know anymore. Wow. Not prepared, sorry. We're going to open that in a new tab. It's Sunday, October 20th, 2019. It is episode 369. There we go. Oh my goodness. Coffee. Here we go. Giant mug the size of my head full of coffee. I think it's caramel banana. I'm not sure. It's caramel something. That's all I remember. And it's hot. I can't tell you the last time I had a hot cup of coffee. I really can't. It's usually like tepid by the time I get to it and then just flat out stone cold by the time I finish it, which is not pleasant. So, what's up for all of us who aren't at Rhinebeck? Hashtag Winebeck. 7th year in a row. No. Let's see. I went in 2012. So yeah, this is my 7th year in a row not going to Rhinebeck. I really need to get out there, but as per usual, it falls during opening weekend of elk season for hubby. So he goes third rifle season out here in Colorado. So he is up with his dad. They saw elk the night before the season opened. And the first day out, they saw a lot of moose, a lot of antelope, a lot of deer, no elk. And today, evidently, there's a bit of an ice storm up there. So, hey, I don't have to be out in it this year, so I'm happy. Instead, I get to be here knitting. My parents are here to help with the kiddos while hubby is gone. And so let's jump right into what I have on my needles. First thing is something I haven't touched. I knit on it maybe one night. Let's see, how far did I get? If I haven't gotten very far, I'm not even gonna... I don't think I've knit on this at all since the last show. Because I moved my Progress Keeper from Meliabella up here. Let's turn it around so you can see the pretty... And it's sitting right below my needle. So I have not touched this. This is The Joker and the Thief by Melanie Berg. This is going to be a Christmas present for my friend Sarah. Obviously, I'm going to have a lot of ends to weave in. Look at all those danglers. Hey. Where am I at? I'm actually ready to do the next little gray crossed stitches and then transition over to the next color. So, yay. Like I said, it's The Joker and the Thief by Melanie Berg. It's fun. The yarn that I'm using is somewhere. The tags are somewhere. Not organized. It's from... I can just read it to you. I don't have the... This is going to bug me. There they are. They're behind my coffee. My coffee mug is so big it blocked it. So all of the yarn that I have is from Fiber Optic Yarns. I purchased it at Estes Park Wool Market. It was the only purchase I made this year. Aside from my fleeces. My fleece processing, I should say. So it is their cashmere yarn. Come on, focus. There you go. Which is, let's see, a superwash merino, cashmere, and nylon blend. I got the gray, the background color is sterling, and then I got a set. Should leave that, haha, that's over here underneath another something. My desk is a mess, you guys don't want to see it. The 6 skein gradient 6-pack of cashmere in, which way is right way up? Renaissance. That was dyed by Jackie. And that is basically the Rouge to Cerulean colorway that I have spun up before. But it's in 6 little mini skeins. And you start with color 1, you work your way to 6, and then you work your way back to 1, and I believe it's just kind of back and forth until the shawl is as big as you want. Obviously, I haven't read the whole pattern, and I haven't really knit on this, so I don't know why I bothered to bring it down. I thought I had. Sorry. I'm knitting up on a US4, which is a 3.5 millimeter needle, and yeah, I didn't touch it because I was trying to work to a deadline on the second thing. Excuse me. Which is hubby's fall socks. I had just finished his Blue Moon socks, Blue Moon Rising socks. I don't even remember why I named them. The blue ones that were done in something. No, not that one. See, I've got like random yarn labels all over this desk, and it just, see, here's another one. Loopy U Solid Series. We know what that's to. Just randomly scattered, and I thought I had them organized, but obviously not. So the blue ones that I just finished for him, he took hunting. This pair, I started September 5th. I had a month and a half to get done. I totally could have finished these, but let's just say I had a 2-week period at work where rather than having 80 hours of work, I had 93. Well, yeah. There were some long, long days, and I basically came home and all I could do was sit on the couch and scroll through Facebook. And I didn't even have the brain space to knit around and around and around on a sock. However, one sock is done. I can't remember if this was done last time or not. So these are my basic top-down 64 stitch stockinette socks with a slip stitch heel flap. These are knit up in Blue Moon Fiber Arts Socks That Rock Lightweight. This one I do have. It's right here. In the Jonna Gold colorway. This is one of their older put-ups because it's only 360 yards. It's not the oldest put-up. I think when I first started buying from Blue Moon, they were either only doing 320 or 340. And the second sock, I knit on... Oh, I know what I did. I knit on this while I went to see the Downton Abbey movie, which was lovely and should have been a wonderful afternoon off because the lady who was their nanny up until for about the last year, she kind of stopped nannying when they went to school because obviously we don't need her that much, but she wanted to offer me some babysitting, free babysitting. She said, can we be Auntie Tracy and Uncle blah, 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 her husband's name, and take the kids so you and your husband can have a date night? And I said, that's sweet, but it's his work weekend, so that won't work. And she said, well, go do something for you. So I went to see Downton Abbey while they went and saw, what's the anime movie with the Yeti? Abominable. It would have been lovely, except the lady next to me kept pulling out her phone to check her text messages, turning it away from her companion and toward me about every 5 minutes. So after about 45 minutes of this, which was probably way too long, and I'm not a confrontational person, so I didn't say anything when I probably should have. I just got up and moved 2 seats down because there was no one in the rest of our row, and it was one of the fancy theaters where you reserve your seat, and it hadn't let me leave 1 seat in between when I reserved online. Dumb. But anyway, I just moved down 2 seats, and still, throughout the rest of the movie, lady didn't get the hint that, hello, I moved away from her. She still kept checking her messages. So that made it slightly less enjoyable, but the movie was wonderful. Very much fan service, but I knit on this, and I believe I was right where the marker was when I started a week ago Saturday. And I got through most of the heel flap during the movie. I couldn't really see a whole lot, so I didn't want to be poking around trying to turn a heel in the dark. Bad planning on my part. I'd actually been higher up on the cuff, but I'd sat in the parking lot for a while, waiting for the movie to start. And then before the movie started, I managed to heel flap, heel turn, gusset, almost all the way out the foot. Now here's the deal. I mentioned that slightly lower put up than what Blue Moon is currently doing. I think they're doing at least 400 yards per skein. It might be more. You know what? Let me look it up. I'm sitting in front of a computer. I need to have this information for you guys. So we are going to go to bluemoonfiberarts.com. So we'll find out what the current put up is. Anyway, hubby had asked this time for a longer cuff. So the cuff, the distance from the ribbing to the heel flap, is twice as long. As he normally only wants it 30 rows, he asked me for longer so they would fit inside of his hunting boots. That's why I was trying to finish them. I didn't think about that because the Blue Moon one that I did, the last pair that I knit for him, were of the newer put up. Yeah, I want Socks That Rock, lightweight. What is the current put up? Let's just pick one. It currently comes in 405 yards. So right now I'm running on 360 yards. So about 45 yards less than what the current put up is because this is an older put up. This is how much I have left. about the size of an eyeball, if you're medical term, or slightly larger than a ping pong ball when I wound it up last night. I still have about 12 or 13 rows to go on the foot, plus the entire toe. I think I'm going to be playing yarn chicken. We'll see. I'm just getting paranoid about how much is going to be left, and I'm scared that I'm not going to have enough. Because he wanted longer stinking cuffs. But here's the thing. I think I'm psyching myself out, because I can get a pair for myself out of one of these 360-yard put-ups with the same length cuff, the same length foot. So I think I'm just psyching myself out and I'll be fine. But I'm getting paranoid about it. And I was starting to get paranoid last night while I was knitting on them, going, I'm not going to have enough. And that's why I rewound the ball into that ball, because I had done a center pull ball and it was all just kind of loosey-goosey, like a bracelet almost. I could have stuck it over my wrist to knit off of. So, obviously those did not make it in time for him to go hunting. But this is the first year we've been married where his video game series that he enjoys, Assassin's Creed, is not releasing a game. And that's normally what I've bought him for every year, including for a wedding gift from me. Yes, on the day of our wedding, I gave him Assassin's Creed 3. Yeah, I knew I was going to be a gamer widow from the beginning. So, I needed to come up with something else. Lo and behold, what is the traditional 7th anniversary gift? Wool. Wool. Hello. He's getting socks for our wedding anniversary, and that's what he's getting, and he's going to like it. Dang it. God, it's so good to drink hot coffee. I can't tell you guys. I can't even tell you. But yeah, that's everything I've been working on. I haven't been doing any spinning. I'm hoping this week. So here's the plan. Let's move on to Various and Sundry. I have nothing on the wheel, nothing in stitches. However, Various and Sundry, like I mentioned earlier, my parents are here. So I have Grandma and Grandpa to entertain the kids. And I decided while they're here, I'm going to take a couple days off of work. So this Thursday and Friday, I took off of work. I'm going to hold myself up in that room, back in the craft room that looks like a dark black hole, but I promise it's not. And I'm going to sew. I have 3 lengths of fabric in there that I purchased. I've showed you guys the unicorns and rainbows, the galaxy that's like navy blues and purples, and it looks like a star field and like swirly galaxies and glitter. And then the navy blue and ice blue and white snowflakes with glitter to turn into scrub tops. My mom also brought along the Harry Potter Marauders map fabric that she's got 5 yards of, because she was going to sew me a scrub top and a jacket. And I'm like, well, let me cut off 2 yards of it so I can at least sew the scrub top, because everyone at work has noticed all my nerdy scrub tops, my Star Wars, my Beauty and the Beast, my Doctor Who, and gone, I'm surprised you don't have a Harry Potter one. I'm like, Mom has the fabric. So now I have the fabric. So I have a Harry Potter one. And then she also brought out like 3 or 4 other different lengths of fabric. So I'm going to be a busy girl on Thursday and Friday and hopefully sew a little bit and get a couple more scrub tops done. And I also have some things around the house that I really need to do when the kids aren't here. So they'll be at school. Excuse me. They'll be at school. Grandma and Papa will be able to help me. It's been nice. My dad has taken over all dish doing, dishes, scrubbing, dishwasher, loading and unloading. All I have to do is put away the stuff that he, like the random stuff that he doesn't know where it goes. So usually like the Instant Pot liner or the bigger pots that he hasn't seen which cupboard I've taken them out of. So it's kind of nice to have an empty sink and be able to keep up with the chores and stuff. So yay for ketchup, I guess. Oh, Lordy. And I need a nap so bad. I'd been asleep about an hour. My dad woke me up that Gabe was crying last night because he was starting at dinner, he started having pain in his tooth. I think something went down between his molars and I haven't been able to see anything or get it out, whatever it is. So I was woken up to deal with it, and I gave him an ice pack and was not able to go back to sleep until 2:30, 3:30, somewhere in there. I was awake from like 11:30 till 3:30, I want to say. Insomnia is awful, awful. So coffee is my friend today. We've already done a bunch of stuff. Mom and Dad ran to the store. The kids are down for rest time / naps. I'm assuming naps because I hear nothing from upstairs, and silence is wonderful. They are off of school for their fall break. Parent-teacher conferences, and everything went good. But they were off Friday. They'll be off Monday, and then they'll go back to school on Tuesday. But it's nice just to have an extra set of hands around the house while hubby's gone. So fingers crossed I'll be able to finish sock tonight. I need to get back to Sarah's shawl because hello Christmas present. And the other thing I need to break out, I have back in the craft room, back there, I have a whole bunch of bulky weight Misty alpaca back in the days, dark days before Ravelry. In the dark times when all we had online was blogs and Knitty. There was a bulky weight sweater, I believe it was called Blackberry, over on Knitty. And I had wanted to make it, and I found this screaming good deal. I don't even remember where I got the yarn from. On a teal bulky weight yarn, which is what the pattern calls for, from Misty Alpaca. And then I realized there's going to be like 2 days out of every year I'm going to be able to wear this sweater. This is insane. So I have a sweater's worth of this yarn. But teacher presents. So the kids' kindergarten teacher, I sent her a random list of questions about like their reading stuff, and then tacked on at the end, by the way, what's your favorite color? And she said it is blue/green. And I said, perfect, teal is blue-green, done. So I want to knit her a cowl and maybe a hat and maybe some fingerless mitts for a Christmas present. She's been an amazing teacher. The kids are loving school, and they absolutely love her to pieces, which who doesn't love their kindergarten teacher? I remember I loved my kindergarten teacher. I called her mom half the time. I mean, come on. I mean, that's mainly, what else do you call a female authority figure in your life when you're that age but mom? It would slip out, and you weren't used to calling someone Mrs. So-and-so. I need to work on that, which it's bulky, so it should go okay. I'm thinking the plan, loose plan, it's a very loose plan, in my mind is for the cowl. I do have the Yarn Harlots cowl pattern, I think it's called Encompass, in my library on Ravelry. And also there's a pattern from Isolde Teague that I have in there as well. I think it's either called Icing or Icing Swirl. Not sure which one, but that's kind of what I'm planning for hat, cowl, and then I haven't been able to find bulky weight mitts yet, so I might just wing it, because honestly, it's fingerless mitts, I mean, and bulky weight. Okay, I whip out the like size 11s or 13s, cast on like 18 stitches and go in ribbing, make a hole for the thumb and go further. I'll figure it out. It's fine. I'll wing it. Never a good idea to wing it. Famous last words. But anyway, that's the plan. I'll hopefully have something stitchy to show you the next time I see you. I'll hopefully have a finished pair of socks to show you the next time I see you. And hopefully I will have made progress on Sarah's shawl, because it's late October. Yeah. It's late October. Okay. That's everything. I think I'll talk to you guys later, and until next time, happy knitting.